There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you
Oh,
feel
yes, there is a light right here, and we are talking to all of you. Yes, indeed. And we are experimenting. We got a plan. You know, Helena and I just always have to have something going on. What's going on, Helena? Shoot us a message in the feed. Let us know how you're doing on this Friday night. We decided, well, I was already on another show earlier, so we decided we were just going to keep it moving here and answer some questions and connect with all of you. Let's see who I've got going on here. I've got Jessica Alvarez. She says hi. Maureen, thank you. I got Step Robo Sesam. She's here. We've got Christina Hemsworth here. We've got Alice is on. Hey, Alice. Alice, we got to do martinis real soon. Like, seriously, it's time for a martini. We've got, oh yes, got to get our Sarah here on a Friday night. We are here. You know, I just had a really great time hanging with my friend Gail Thackeray. Gail and I have been friends for quite a while. We met at the New Life Expo, and you know, I was blessed to do a reading with her. We formed a really good friendship, and Gail is she's a published author. She's a really spectacular channeler and connector to the Ascended Masters. So Gail and I have been communicating, and so tonight we decided we were going to do a WebEx. So if you want to kind of check on our page and you can kind of see the Zoom, that would be great. We'd love to have you kind of catch in. I was able to kind of tell my story. Those of you who don't know my whole story, well, I got a little bit in there as far as what my story was, and I was able to give some messages. So it's always good to connect with other people. You know, I think that this timeout, we were bad boys and girls, and we're in a timeout. I think this timeout is an opportunity to just regroup and connect. And thank you, everyone. Yes, Helena, it was a great live call with Gail, and really appreciated it. It was Zoom, not WebEx. Thank you. It's all the same. It's technology. Listen, people, I just show up where I'm told. Makes no difference where I show up. As long as the mic's on, the camera's on, I just go. And you know that. You know, I just need people like Helena to make sure that I show up at the right place at the right time. But we're all getting a little cabin fever. Anyone getting some cabin fever? So Juan Love says, good evening, everybody. Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday night. And I think tomorrow it will be Saturday. That's what I think. I'm losing count here. But I think I'll be singing Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got my stimulus. I just got paid. I don't know. What are we going to do? We all got $1,200, but what's that going to do? Buy some groceries. I don't know about you, but I've spent a lot of money in the grocery store. My shelves have never looked so full. Like, even my cat is going, where are the treats? Because she can't find the treats because there's other stuff in the cabinets just in case. But I don't really know what just in case is. So we're just trying not to feel the fear, trying to do it anyway, trying to move. I got my friend Shar. Shar, she's in Maui. Aloha, my friend. Good to see you. Shar was part of our apprentice program last night. Thank you, all my apprentices. We are having a really good time. And if you missed this apprentice class, I want to tell you, when we go to launch our next one, or the next class that Spirit's showing me to launch, I hope you join us. We keep it really easy peasy, real affordable. And we really would like you to join us, because we are having the best time. I'm absolutely loving it. Juan Love is laughing. He's like, yeah, she's laughing at her stimulus check. Like, Lord, I'm still waiting for mine. It's like, listen, I got a business, I got a cat to feed, and I still ain't got no stimulus check. I don't know what's going on, but it's an interesting time. Hey, Shar, Helena says. Aloha, she says. Rosanna Marie, thank you, Roseanne, for joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, Helena's like, I'm spending my money on groceries. Yes. So I'm sure stock in Publix and Walmart and Kmart, they're up, people. But the rest of the stock market, well, I guess it went up a little bit today, so everyone was kind of like, woohoo. But, you know, word here in South Florida, as a business owner, I'm kind of watching the news going, what are they going to do? I'm like, angels, creative project. That's what my angels say. Sarah, get involved in a creative project. I might as well like paint angels on the wall, because I'm going to be here for a while. Because it looks like we're not opening any businesses that are non-essential for a little bit. But I do want to tell you, if you are local here to West Palm Beach, I really hope that you join us at the Expedito Center via remote. Place the call, yo, this is what I need, and let me know what you need, and we will run it out. I want to see Andrew work. You want to see Andrew work? Let's make Andrew run those little pickups out to your car, because, well, he'll meet you at the door. He'll only meet you halfway. There's a song for that too. But I just hope that you trust that we're still here for you. We just can't officially open our doors. I know my friend Defrick's like, hey, I need some stuff. Andrew going to be there? I'm like, no, because we're just trying not to go there as often, because just trying to kind of streamline the process. As you know, I am still doing readings. I'm still connecting with people live. I hear Donna Summer singing, she works hard for the money. Yeah, we're working hard for the money over here, everyone, because we are doing what we need to do as, well, individuals who have businesses to try to keep things going, to keep it moving, just so that everything is going to be status quo for a while. But trusting the process. I'm truly trusting the process. One of my friends said to me, they're like, I know you for a really long time, and you're remarkably calm through this. Like, what's going on? Are you like having serious quantities of wine behind the scenes? What's going on? And I'm like, it is what it is. I'm really trying to just let it go and just trust that when it's over, everything's going to balance out. And that's my advice to everyone. There's something to be gleaned from this experience. There's something to be learned. There's something that the universe is teaching each one of you, unique unto itself, not unique unto the experience, because everyone's experience is, well, collective, but then there's that behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, what are you learning? I'm learning that my nails can last a really long time. I'm learning that my nail tech doesn't need to see me as often as she does. So that's another good thing. I'm learning that I really don't have a lot of gray hair. That's another great thing. So what are you learning? I mean, on the external part, those are some things we're learning. We're learning that we never paid so much attention to germs. I mean, I'm looking at the corner of a box going, do you have a germ? Let me see. I'm wiping boxes. And I'm thinking to myself, what is being imprinted in me? What fear, what worry, what's going to be handed down to my children and my children's children? What's going to happen from this experience? And I think we took a lot of things for granted. And I don't believe that the universe and God are punishing us. So please, no one sit there and say, what is Sarah saying? God's a punishing God. I'm not saying that. I think that God is very patient, tremendously patient, just watching us all run amok in the world and keeping an eye on us and really holding the energy, as I taught last night in my class, holding space, holding the energy, the frequency for us to have our come to God moment. And for each person, that's going to be different. And I also believe some great friendships are being forged through this. So I personally want to thank, I know they're not all on here, but I really want to thank my students, my clients, for showing up for me. I want to thank them all for being here, supporting the work that I do. I want to thank you all for holding this space to make it easy for me to do. I want to thank Helena for doing the work. I want to thank Tony for behind the scenes, getting out those emails that you all get and those notifications. And, you know, we had to do that tedious paperwork that business owners have to do if we're supposed to try to apply for things that apparently the funds have run out, but we're doing that anyhow. So it's been an unusual time, and it's definitely things that we're not used to doing. But I think it's an opportunity for all of us to grow, and I think it's an opportunity for us all to cut back. And what do I mean by that? What is really in your life that's all that important? You know, there are days that, I don't know if anybody's on board with me, so let me know. Defric's like, I'm always going to pull up to you. Yeah. So pull up Defric, and Juan Love is doing my grocery shopping apparently, so somebody better go pick up the next batch of groceries because I don't have patience for all that craziness. But we got to all kind of go together, and you know, there's a part of me that says, what happens, really, seriously, what happens if a lot of our jobs go away? And I know that's a trigger for a lot of you people, that causes fear and angst, but let's just think outside the box. So let's say me and a bunch of my students, we rent a bus or get a van and off we go, and we give messages and we just connect. I don't really want to sound like a gypsy, but heck, if that works. I mean, what are we going to do? I don't know how I'm going to fit the piano on the bus or the little camper, but you know, we take the piano, we take the lights, Helena, the dog, her dog, my dog, a couple of cats, a couple of people, and we're on the road. We're taking the show on the road. I mean, what is there? Because I want to let you all know something. You think you own the house, or you think you pay rent, and the person who owns the building owns the building. Nobody really owns anything. We're really all just free spirits. And it's an opportunity for us each to explore our own freedom. What an oxymoron. What a bizarre thought. Like, we're exploring freedom when we're on a lockdown and all imprisoned in our house. What? Sarah Spiritual? Really? Yes. Because freedom is an inside job. There are so many of you. I can name some people, but I'm not going to name names on Facebook. But there are so many of you that are just prisoners in your own little minds. Like, it just makes me want to beat you with a noodle. Like, wake up. What are you worried about? The worst things you worry about haven't happened yet. And if they happen, you're going to pass through it. And if the worst thing happens and you cross to the other side, trust me, you're going to be happy. Not that that's going to happen. Don't everyone go on Facebook and say, Sarah Spiritual says we're all going to die. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we want to explore who we really are, what we've come here for, and kind of take a look at the things we've been worrying about, because now, in the face of this happening, are they really that important? Do you really care if your boss is a jerk? Does that really matter? You have a job. You can get used to your boss who's a jerk. If your spouse or your boyfriend isn't being the person that you want, or your girlfriend, then you need to take a look at the relationship and keep the party moving. I mean, it's a chance to take a look and say, what isn't working for you, and how can you make a different life, create a different experience, and open up to new opportunities. So because we're popping into Friday night for Char in Maui, we are making Char a whole new person, right? Char, I thank you so much for joining us. Maureen Pucci says amazing grace, but Char was saying freedom to build our empire, and so it is. Exactly. Listen, we have the confines of the world, and they are confining. And the box, everyone, just got really, really, come closer, really small. So we're all in a little box. That box is your house. And in the box, there's a dark, dark room. And in the dark, dark room, there's a dark, dark closet. And in that dark, dark closet lie your secrets and your fears. And you can't run from that because you're in the box that's your house, and then eventually you got to go in your room, and eventually you got to look at your closet. And that's what this experience is doing. It's causing you to take a good look at your closet so that you can kind of see what's not working for you and what you need to release. And this is an opportunity for each one of us to come face to face with our fears and really disempower them. Because when we all come out of this, I got to tell you, even if you haven't been to the gym because the gyms are closed, you're going to feel like a workout guru. You're going to feel stronger than you ever felt. You're going to feel, if you go through the process with receptivity, you are going to feel as if life really showed you a side that you never knew possible. That every opportunity that presents to you after this comes to a close, even if it appears to be modified, right? So the first thing I'm thinking when I'm in the grocery store is like, what? I'm in South Florida, I gotta wear a mask? First of all, look, we got lipstick on. How is that working with my mask? It is not working, people. Yeah, I am not feeling wearing lipstick, lip liner. I cannot have my lip liner and my lipstick smudge. Obviously, the CDC does not understand that concept, right? So we are conforming to things that are necessities, but at the end of the day, do you really care if I have my lipstick on? Probably not. I care if it's smudged. So I just won't be putting my lipstick on anytime soon. We are in a moment of you can make light of what's really kind of bizarre of this whole thing and kind of laugh over the experience and laugh at yourself. And I'm really laughing at myself. Or you can worry about everything. So I'm choosing to try new colors of lipstick and see how they smudge. I'm checking smudgeability. I want you to know that this pink I'm wearing, because it's kind of like a shiny, smooth lipstick, the frosty ones do much better under my mask. I have come to that conclusion. So I invite you all to test your lipstick, those of you who wear lipstick. And, you know, just notice things. Listen, I want to have fun. I want to have fun in this experience because when I looked at the fear in everybody's eyes, when I was in the grocery store, I'm like, well, heck, this isn't working for me. Like, people were looking at products they were going to buy, like it wrote death on the bottom of the product. It was really weird. And they're like picking up stuff like they need clippers to drop it into their basket. That's going to come next. Who wants to invent the basket clipper, right? That you attach to your basket and then you just push a button, it reaches out, grabs the product, drops it in your bag, and the only thing you touch is your clipper. Anyone want to invent that? Char in Maui, get cracking on that. And Helena's like, time for eye looks only. So Helena's been behind the scenes, by the way, working on her eyeshadow. She came up with a mean green look the other day. If you haven't seen that, catch her, Helena Suba, on her Instagram. Helena popped that in the feed because, listen, we got to play with what we got. Is life about makeup? No, it's not. But I'm saying that if we don't find fun, creative ways to experience this, the difference from where we were to where we're going to be is going to just be very heavy for all of us. So we've got some questions. Marlena Crow, good to see you. Let's see. Put palettes to use. So Helena's got her palettes. Yeah, we're Loretta Ann, I think you and I have a phone reading we've got to schedule, so thank you for that. Good to see everybody. Helena's at Helena Suba everywhere. There's only one, and it's me. Well, my little girl ain't so proud of herself, is she? So let's see what we've got here. Pajamas have been my new attire. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking that we need to do a pajama party, so thank you for reminding that. Everyone in for a pajama party, raise your hand, because we're going to do a pajama party and wine. I think we need to do that. So I'm going to do a collective reading for everybody who's here with me today. And, ooh, child, let's see what card just flew up. I just got to check this stuff out. You care deeply about children, and they're readily responsive to you. So I'm reading this, though, that we have to tend to our inner child. All of us have to tend to our inner child. So I'm going to just kind of take this energy, and we're going to just kind of tune in. Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Happy to see you all. We will be on Sunday. This does not replace our Sunday Fun Day. Helena will be here at my house because we got a party going on here. Helena, I think I might be cooking for you Sunday, so you be sure to be here. Bring your plate, bring your spoon. We are ready. And we've got our angel cards, and we've got our wonderful mystical, magical cards here. So let's see, what other cards do we have? Woo, I got my love cards. Love Shack, baby Love Shack. We got our love cards going here. All right, everybody, you ready for your collective reading? Everyone take a nice breath. Let me know. Helena's like, you know there's food. I am a trained chef, everyone, so I know how to cook. Helena, can you please put in the feed what it's like to have a Sarah Spiritual bowl of chili? Share with our little video watchers and listeners here. What is it like? Yes, indeed. Tell us about the chili that you had here at Sarah Spiritual, trained restaurant chef. Yes, indeed. See, we're going to send Juan Love to go to the grocery shopping. Defrick's going to pull up with the groceries, and we're going to cook. I can't wait for this to be over. All right, so we are going to 10. It's a 10. I get 5 stars. So we've got, oh my goodness, somebody's getting married here according to my angel cards. We'll take a look here. Let's see here. All right, we got our mystical wisdom cards. We got 3 of those. And we're going to take our heart-shaped cards. I love my love cards. Let's see here. So we are going to take these cards and we are going to answer some questions. We had some really good channeling messages when I was on with Gail, so I know the universe is tuning in and tapping in and giving me some great messages. So I really look forward to giving you your answers to your questions. Helena's loading them up. Helena and I are really not in the same place. We love to play with technology. So that was our master plan tonight. We figured, I have to tell you, Helena's missing one of her favorite shows to be with us tonight. So you better applaud Helena because she had to record her show. Whatever that means. I don't know. Okay, we are ready. We're going to go to our angel cards. We're going to see what the angels have for you. Acceptance. See yourself and others through their eyes. You know, sometimes we have to be accepting of where we are and what is going on in our life. So everyone, I encourage you, accept what is going on, not from a point of complacency. Accept that which you cannot change and make the best of it and make what's going on work for you. And of course, I want you all to follow the guidelines because it's only going to make you more aware. But follow the guidelines because this is what we do. So if you were to make a cake, you would follow a recipe. I want you to look at the guidelines they've provided us with as a recipe to stay healthy, but at no point do I want you to do it because I have to do this, otherwise I'm going to get sick. Because if you do it from that place and place of fear, you're going to create illness in your body because you're actually going to invite it in. And then we have change in direction. Well, Lord, we all need a change in direction, so thank you, angels. The changes that you're experiencing are definitely directed to create a change in your life. So we've got a change in direction from our angels. And the next card up is wedding. So some of you are asking about your love partner and you're looking for love. How many of you are looking for your divine love partner? Who wants their divine love partner? I want to see. Put a show of hands here. Caitlin says it's perfect timing. Hey, Paul McDonald, good to see you here. Thanks so much for joining us. Friday night, normally you're out, but I know you're stuck inside, so you're stuck with Sarah Spiritual. So thank you, Paul McDonald. Be sure to give Ruth and Bill my best. Let's see here. So who has a wedding coming up? Who wants to get married? Well, whoever wants to get married, there's a wedding coming up here. So if you're looking to manifest your partner, it's coming. And then I got to go to our creative wonderment. Follow your passion. This is the time for some of you. If I had to have $1 for every time I heard people ask the question, what is my purpose, Sarah Spiritual? Or I don't know what my passion is, I would be a rich woman. This is your time for you to discover and be creative in the discovery of your passion, everyone. This gives you the time. Most of you don't have the same schedule. Not everybody. Some of us, including me, we're still going. Matter of fact, there's still something going on the stove there, so I sincerely hope that someone who resides... I got to get my dog to shut the stove off. 1 minute, please. Sydney, shut the stove. Do I have a puppy shutting the stove here? I can't train a dog to do anything. Well, whatever. It'll just boil away. We got friendship here. So here in this wonderful experience, we've got friendship. So for a lot of you here, this is a time to form friendships. And then we have good fortune. Bring it on, universe. We could all use some good fortune, a little bit more than a stimulus check. So we've got good fortune coming out of all this. You know, out of the suffering and the turmoil and the uncertainty and the chaos comes order. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no and walk away at any time. Remember not to give up your power in this experience, everyone. Please do not give up your power. This is a time for you to claim your personal power and accept what is your truth and what is not your truth. And here we go. Look inside deep within your heart and you will feel love, the love of God. My love for you is so deep as an ocean. God's love for you is deeper than the ocean. God is not. And I promise you all, God is not going to let us drown. We may not know how the rescue comes. We may be treading water for a while. We may be looking for, Lord, give me a boogie board. Give me something. I'll ride on a dolphin. God's going to send it for you. You have to look for the clues. God is here to give you the answers. And for those of you who are looking for your soulmate, this is a good time to discover your soulmate. And if there's someone that you really want to express your love for, if there's someone you want to share your feelings with, well, we've learned life is precious. Don't let that pass you by. Please share that love, share that energy. Trust that this is the time to tap into the soul connection with the people around you. I'm really feeling that we need to answer some questions. We've got some people in the feed. This is going to be like a little mini show. We're not going to be on for 2 hours, so I know we got to get a lot in. I want to thank Helena for, she worked all day, I worked all day, but we're here to hang with all of you. Maybe next Friday, Helena, give me the thumbs up. Maybe come on over, get your pajamas. We're going to have a pajama party. She'll wear her pajamas. I'll wear my pajamas. We'll get some wine and we're going to have a pajama party, and I want everybody else to wear the pajamas. We can video in and have a pajama party. What do you think, everyone? I think we need a pajama party because this is getting a little crazy. Pajamas, popcorn, and wine. Sounds like a plan. Anybody want to drink something else? Be my guest. But it's Friday night and we're together. But here's the best thing. We got the breath of life. We are all breathing. And for those of you who have lost someone, all joking, all kidding aside, you know, there are no words. I remember my son's grandmother, who would be his father, so my ex-mother-in-law, she loved Easter. And on Good Friday into Saturday, she would have everybody lined up making this like Easter bread, and then making this meat pie they used to make with pepperoni and ham and salami and eggs, and it was this big, thick, heavy pie. And she would line them up, and she would probably make about 100 of them. And so she was just recently moved to North Carolina just a few days before she found out she was sick with the virus, and she passed on Good Friday. So, you know, I had to sit there. I really had to sit there and cry for a minute, because not that I didn't know her soul was okay and that she was probably making pies in heaven, but just that, you know, she had a new opportunity to start life, and life threw her a curveball. And we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know when that's really going to happen in anybody's life. So you gotta live for the minute that you're living. And I don't know, nothing's really all that serious when you look at it that way. And I want you all to not focus on the deaths, because they're actually being born again in another level. I want you to focus on the breath of life and what you have in your experience now. And, you know, back in the 1920s and 1930s, when they're going through tough times, they didn't even have the comforts of life like we have. They didn't have the food that we have. I know Prohibition was there, so they were drinking some really strong fire whiskey, but besides that, there wasn't much going on. So I want you all to really embrace the fact that you have the breath of life, and even though it's changed and life is not what you imagined it would be at this minute, it was almost like someone flipped a light switch, right? Like one day we were fine, and then we heard this story of something going on, some virus, but we were all living our life, and next thing you know, we're walking around with masks and gloves and we're afraid to touch anything and scrubbing down our boxes before we put them away. And you're like, well, what the heck happened? But if I could just let you know, it's the accumulation of all of our fears that has been projected into the universe. All of us, that's where we are. So, all right, let's take a look at these questions. We got some people building up here in the feed, and I can tell Spirit's coming in. It's getting really warm in here. Either that or it's the lights. So, Helena, what do we got going on here? Let's see. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for joining us. The statue to the deity of the left here. This is, you know what I love about this particular statue? Thank you for asking that. This is from Bali. This is carved from Bali. I got it from an importer. And this is just simply, it's not a deity, it is just simply one of the Polynesian dancers. And she is just in her position of her dance and her pose with her fan. So I love this piece, so thank you for noticing. This is one of my favorites. I actually keep this upstairs, but they had to come down for our show. So thank you so much for noticing that. Thank you so much. Put her right back there. Normally she's upstairs hanging with me. I've got a lot of things from Bali here where I live, and I just absolutely love the work. This is carved, so I love that. Hey, Linda Daly, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really sorry for the loss too. It kind of hit me kind of hard. Hadn't seen her in like 20 years, really. It's been a long time. But, you know, of course, it's my son's grandmother, so my heart is really with that. And good to see you, Linda Daly. I remember when we met at the New Life Expo, so thank you so much for continuing to follow me. And I trust that you and your family are well. Hey, Rebecca, thank you so much. And we got Angela Gonzalez. Angela Gonzalez, do you know, oh my goodness, I have to share with everybody, April 17th, and Angela, your children weren't a part of the show then, but on April 17th in 2010, we had our second Expedito Enlightenment Center party. And it was to celebrate San Expedito. San Expedito Saint Day is April 19th. And oh my God, we had a parking lot full of people and people in the store. It was so good. My Facebook memories, I've got to share it before they close out the memory. We did a live interview in the parking lot. It was, I was on W4CY with my friend Dean K. Piper. So Angela Gonzalez, her children used to sing at my Archangel Michael party. And since this was our 13-year anniversary, end of 2019 into 2020 was our 13-year anniversary. So we were going to do our San Expedito party this April 19th because it fell, you know, on a Saturday or whatever Saturday date was going to be, and we were going to all do a party. And I'm so glad I didn't plan that because something kept telling me, no, wait, Sarah, don't put the announcement out. Well, there wasn't going to be any party, apparently. We're going to hope we can do an Archangel Michael party, which will actually put us pretty close to our 14-year anniversary at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So everyone pray for the center. Pray that everything goes well and that whatever is here to assist me in sustaining the violet ray and the consuming energy and the violet flame that helps you all transform and transcend and host these fabulous events and parties, that everything supports us behind the scenes. I have to place my trust in God, and I hope you hold that prayer for us as well. So thank you, Angela Gonzalez, for joining us. We've got Sarah Macias here, Marquisha Gonzalez here. It's Sunday. Okay, so that's Sunday. So we would have had the party on Saturday. So tomorrow, we were supposed to have a party at the center, but nobody knew that because my spirit guide said, don't talk about it. So I'm so glad we didn't talk about it, everybody. One Love is like PJs and wine. We're in. Listen, Helena's picking up rosé. I'm drinking Apothic wine. That's my wine of choice, everyone. Not too expensive, not too cheap. A nice wine blend does it for me. Defrick Ave, Patty, how are you, Patty? Good to see you. Kimberly Griffith, good to see you. Nesh Donaldson, thank you for following me. Caitlin, this is perfect timing. Thank you, Caitlin, for joining us. Good to see everybody. I'm just loving that. You know, I hope we can get some connections with some loved ones on the other side too. I'm going to do my best. We're going to do a brief little segment of messages, but please mark your calendar. Sunday Fun Day. I want to see you here with us Sunday at 5:05. Let's rise. Let's make it move here. We're going to move and shake. I don't know what our theme's going to be, but 5:05 Sunday Fun Day. Come join us. We're going to have a monologue that is going to knock your socks off. because my spirit guides always come through on Sunday, and they make sure you know exactly what you need to know to get you ready for the week and to keep you sane. And so we lay off the wine and the whiskey a little bit. And then when I go to Tuesday, we've got our moon ceremony. And why are we doing a new moon ceremony when the new moon isn't until like the day and a half later? Because, Lord, we got some stuff to clean. So we're going to clear out some energy. We're going to remove some blockages. And we are going to prep for the new moon. We're going to get back in the rhythm. To me, 2020, everybody, begins right now. Because whatever happened between January and now is just, do I have to look? I don't want to look. So we are going to just open up to some new opportunities and new energy. And we're going to trust the rhythm is going to move us forward. Helena, I see you got some questions here, so if you can pop them up here. I see Jennifer. Jennifer's got a question. She says, can you please do a reading for me? And she gives me the birthday. And on him, him, whenever I refer to him as him, I know him's in trouble. And what is going on with our relationship? So let me just tap in and take a look at that, Jennifer. Oh, Lord. So Jennifer, first of all, you're so cool. This is a year of a lot of change for you. So you've got to be prepared, Jennifer, to let go what isn't working for you. You've got to be prepared to make some changes because life's been feeling a little stuck and some people and things are not working for you. And your guy's as stubborn as they can get, stubborn as a bull, stubborn as a ram, stubborn as a goat. He's just really just goating about here. And when I look at his energy, for him, he's really got to focus on his career. He's really got to focus on things. And the relationship seems disconnected, non-communicative. He seems like he pulled back for some reason. And you know, you are like white on rice sometimes. You're really, really, you give everything you can to someone, but you're just really just trying to help, trying to do. And I think you need to take a step back and you need to let him come to you and show you his thoughts, his intentions, his emotions, because he's really trying to get something off the ground. It's really important for him as a man, as a person, to project himself in a new way of being. And he's very proud, and I think his ego is really messing with him. So take a step back, let him work through this himself. Do not chase. Guys chase, women choose. Girls, are you listening? Men chase, women choose. So guys, you want your girl, you better chase. Women, you get to choose who's chasing you. You pick who you want. And right now I know you picked him, but let him work on what he's going through. He's going through a major change, getting himself, I think he wants to reinvent himself in some aspect of career or take career or business to another level. So you're taking everything really personal. You're very sensitive because you give 150% and then you want to know why you don't get that back in return. Pull it back, girl. And why don't you try giving him like 65% and see if he meets you halfway. If not, next, time to make a change. You're going to come to that realization, whatever you guys are going to do in this relationship, between your birthday and his birthday, that's the window. Right now we're in a pandemic. One is not to judge anybody too harshly. We're all being triggered. Let's let it be. Be in the best space you can be and let it be. And then we will see what happens between your birthday and his birthday. And I feel like the aha moment comes for you and for him in September of 2020. And I'm going to put that down on my paper, 2020. We're going to have an aha moment in the month of September. Thank you so much, Jennifer Silvano, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have, Helena? Thank you so much, everyone who's joining. Jennifer, thank you so much. Defrick and Helena are planning a look. What look are we doing? Defrick, I'm thinking of cutting my hair. Should I just cut my hair? Will you talk me through that? Can you like video conference in? I was going to cut it like right here. What do you think? Defrick, are you with me? Let's go. Got to teach SarahSpiritual how to cut her hair because what are we going to do? I did. I cut my bangs. I think I did a good job. Okay, we've got Leslie. Leslie Stone, thank you so much. I asked you to send your question because she missed her Sunday show. So she's trying again. When will Wayne and I reunite? Reunited and it feels so good. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, let's see, my dear. I got here. I'd like Wayne's birthday, but let me tell you this. Ooh. This is a really important time for you to network and connect with people. I know, kind of hard to do on a lockdown, sugar, I know. but it's a time for you to network and connect with people. I want you, Leslie, to kind of wait and breathe through this, kind of like Lamaze. You need to breathe through. You're like passing the time, passing the energy. I want to let you take yourself into the end of June, June 30th to July 30th. That's the window. Leslie, let this man be, and let's see what happens, because I feel like, without his birthday, I feel like June 30th opens up this aha moment for him, that if he's going to step forward and he wants to reunite, the window it's going to happen is June 30th and July 30th. Not July 31st, July 30th. So if July 31st you wake up and he isn't catching you, he isn't calling you, then we're going to have to let that be. And you're going to invite another chapter in. And I know, that's not what you want to hear. But I want you to just trust that this has to finish its story, and he needs to figure some things out for himself, and you can't be chasing him. We've got to let him be in his mess. Leslie Stone, thank you for following us on Facebook. I know you're on our show a lot, and I thank you, and I'm glad we were able to answer your question, and I regret we couldn't get to you Sunday Funday, but glad we got you here on our impromptu Friday, because Helena and I are trying technology. Okay, who else do we have here? Yeah, Frank Kraft is like, what a surprise, Sarah Spiritual on live on a Friday night. We're just loving our technology, everybody. Okay, who do you have for me, Miss Helena? Jessica Wilson Alvarez. Hey, Sarah, my birthday, and she gives me her birthday. Okay, so I got that, and my grandma's birthday. Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay, so the gist of what Jessica's saying is that her grandma passed in January of this 2020, and her mother and I have had dreams with her in them, and she's there and alive, but she doesn't say anything. And you know, she just wants you to let you know that she's really living, and she's still living in the energy. And I see her really close to you, Jessica. I feel like at times you can actually feel her, and that you feel this energy of really love coming from her. And she's talking to me about what looks like, I don't know if your grandmother had this, Jessica, but it looks like a statue or a figurine. You're gonna have to put it back in the feed for me, but I see this statue and the figurine, and I almost feel like there's something that your mom has. I don't think you have it. I think it's your mom. Your mom has, that's like a figurine or a statue that was your grandmother that meant something to her. So I'm going to ask that wherever that is, you guys take it out and put a little candle, a little light there for her, because I'm feeling like your grandmother is just letting you know she's okay, and she's looking for you to validate that you've seen her. And the best way we can do it is a candle is a light unto the path. So light the candle and just trust that she is with you. She just wants you to know that she's okay. And even though she's not in the physicality and living here on earth, she is still living again because she has her eternal life. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for your loss of your grandma in January, because I know that's hard. I mean, my grandmother died in 1994, and I still miss her. And even doing what I do, I still cry for her. So I know it's not easy. And drop a link in the feed if this resonates with you, or you recognize what I'm talking about a statue or a figurine. Okay. Okay, so Defrick is planning my hair, a soft beach wave curl. What is that? Okay. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's see, I don't know whose hair he's planning. Yeah, he's doing my hair. Okay, he's ready to get the scissors, baby, because I've just about had it. Okay, we got Wayne Rodriguez. Could you imagine what would happen if Sarah Spiritual cut her hair? Everyone would have like a meltdown. Dear Sarah, I have 2 court cases. Okay, I want to know, when will I win the cases? Yeah, well, Wayne, everything's on hold here. But one of them seems to be really prominent and kind of moving you forward towards July. And one of them seems complicated. It has to do with like something with work or compensation or something, Wayne. That's how I interpret the I was going to say dream, the experience for you. So Wayne, I'm going to look for July to be one of the times where you're going to know a little bit more, or you're going to have your day in court or your decision made for the court case. And I want to thank you for that. I feel like there's some paper or something that didn't get somewhere on time, and that's been part of the delay, or they're trying to take one of your papers and kind of push it off to the side and not giving it its validity. So thank you, Wayne Rodriguez, for your Facebook question. Let's hinge on July. I want you to keep me posted on this. I'm going to hold the space for that success, Wayne, because I feel like it's been a really long time and you're really waiting for your justice, and I believe that justice is due you. So we're going to go to another question. Thank you so much. We've got Marlena Crow. Marlena Crow, I am so glad to have you here. And is there any babies in my future? I have 3 grown and I'd love to have a baby with my husband. You know, Marlena, no. You want to adopt one? But I don't really feel the birth of a baby coming for you. I'm not trying to shoot your your little boat there and kind of run you ragged, but I don't feel that there's a baby in the future with you and your husband. But I do feel, if you feel strongly that you would love to have a baby, there are so many babies and children that would really love to have love, that would be something wonderful for you to do. I don't really feel physically it's in your best interest for you to have a baby, Marlena Crow, but I appreciate the sentiment, and my spirit guides are like, adopt a puppy, honey, much easier, but whatever works. But Marlena, adopt a child, adopt a puppy, share the experience with your husband, but physically I don't think it's the right choice for you, and I don't really feel that that's something that I see in the energy. I don't see another spirit coming down to be connected to you as a child again in this lifetime. But who knows, maybe you and your husband in the next lifetime will have a baby. Keep me posted in the next lifetime. Thank you, Marlena Crow, for your Facebook question, and it's a good question, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for following us here on the Facebook feed. Thank you, everyone who follows us on the Facebook feed. Usually on Sunday Fun Day and on Wednesdays from 6 to 8, and Sunday Fun Day 5:05 to somewhere around 7 o'clock. But tonight we popped on for a Friday night technology experience because Helena and I are playing with technology. So we've got Loretta Ann, and Loretta Ann says, thank you for helping Sarah tonight and taping your show. Thanks so much, Sarah, for being on tonight. I appreciate that. Having a hard time lately. Any messages? You know, I know, Loretta Ann, you had a plan, and God laughs at he who has plans. And I know you want to make changes in your life, and at this moment you're feeling the weight of the imprisonment. That's the word they give me, Loretta Ann. And I know that it's going to be okay. Be sure to make a connection with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael very much around you, assisting you and guiding you on your path and helping you overcome these obstacles before you. It's going to all work out. Things may be slowed up a bit, but keep your eye on the time. The time will pass quickly, and keep your thought process and your intentions on the desired life you wish to create. And when opportunity presents itself, you go, girl. It is time for you to make your move. It's coming. Just bide your time and be still and find the joy in everything that you want to do. Thank you, Loretta Ann, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here in our Facebook feed? Thank you so much for everyone joining us here. Oh, we're so happy to see everybody here. Thank you so much. We've got Nesh Donaldson, Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. Good to see you here. One Love is loving Friday nights. Helena says her dog thinks it's puppy play hour. Well, come on, put the dog on camera, Helena. Okay, we got Brandy Bryant Johnson. And Brandy Bryant Johnson says, what? What? Are my spirit guides trying to communicate to you? So many signs, she's confused. Brandy Bryant Johnson, let me see here. I've got, great expansion coming for you. I think there's a thought or a process of a change in direction. Your angels are trying to show you, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? We need to go. We need to follow the cartoon characters. We need to make the moves and changes. I feel like, Brandy Bryant Johnson, there's big change coming for you at the tail end of 2021, at the tail end of 2020 into 2021. And I want you to look forward to those changes because I see them as positive changes. Your spirit guides want you to get your attention because you're too much in your head, you're overcompensating for things, and you're distracting your own self. You're very intuitive, very empathic, and your spirit guides want you to know that they are with you, Brandy Bryant Johnson. You've got a great light, a great path before you. If you're considering job change, 2022 will bring great opportunities for advancement and change for you. Look for that opportunity and exit stage right, my dear, because there's some new opportunities coming for you at the very end of 2021 into 2022. Because Lord knows we're all going to blink twice and hope 2020 is gone, because I just want to be like I Dream a Genie and blink twice and make the whole shit disappear. That's what I want to do. Brandy Bryan Johnson, thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here on our Facebook feed? Hey, Courtney, good to see you. Oh my God, Courtney's got a question. Yeah, that's a big question here. Hey, Alex, good to see you, Alex Roberts. No, one love, you can't have Helena's dog. That's not happening. She is not giving up her dog. Okay, who else we got here? What do we got? We've got Angela Gonzalez. Angela Gonzalez, good to see you. Hey, I'm just finding out I'm having hypothyroidism during pregnancy. Will this cause any issues with the development of the baby, or at least anything I should be conscious of? Not unusual. I don't know if they're going to put you on any medication, but you need to watch. I actually feel like your glucose, I'm not a doctor, not making a medical diagnosis, but I feel like your glucose is out of whack. That's what Spirit shows me. Check with your doctor. So I don't know if we've got any gestational diabetes. I have to wait for them to download the word here for me. I don't know if you have that, but that's something for you to look at. And I believe you're going to be fine. And I feel as if once you have the baby, your thyroid's going to go back to normal. But your thyroid has always been problematic. So it's had its issues in the past. So this is something that you may want to either shift something in your body to change that, or take some medicine. And I'm not a fan of medicine, and everyone knows that, but you may have to take something on a consistent basis to keep your thyroid level. My spirit guides say it'll help with the craziness. So I don't know if you're acting crazy, Angela Gonzalez, but calm the heck down. I know you're in Texas and you're not into the guise of fairy godmother, but you're going to be fine. Just pay attention to what the doctors say and do what you can in your ingestion of food to keep your body balanced. Thank you, Angela Gonzalez, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here? Who else do we have? Let's see. We're going to pick someone else in our queue, and thank you everyone for joining us. Okay. Maureen Pucci. So, all right, so I've got her information here. So the first thing that I see here for you, my dear, a lot of vivid dreams of your late mom and your dad. In the dreams, they're organizing my room. I'm just wondering what that message could mean. They're trying to send me, get life in order. Things were out of order. It's really important for you to get things in order. They want you to pay attention to some of the small details. Don't push things under the rug. Minimize things. Pay attention, Maureen. They want you to pay attention. They don't want something to catch you by surprise, or for you to lose something or lose connection with something. Maureen, your parents are with you, so that you know that they're supporting you during this very difficult time, very challenging time, and very, uncomfortable time. I want you to know that they want you to take a look. Organize your closet for real. You might be surprised what you find, but look at your closet as the behind the scenes of your life and ask yourself, what is out of order? What must I reorganize and recalibrate? What must I rearrange in my life so my life has a better flow to it? So that's what I'm seeing in that, Maureen Pucci. And then when you put things in order, you're going to be surprised what's going to turn around. Take a look for August and September to bring you some positive financial changes and something having to do with your love energy. So there's something coming up in love energy in that September, October time. Thank you, Maureen Pucci. Thank you for always following the show. I greatly appreciate you and your support. And thank you for the review that you gave me on Sarah Spiritual on Facebook. I greatly appreciate that as well. And I'm glad your mom and dad are showing their support in the dream state. Who else do we have here, Helena? let's see here. All right, so we have your Lenny Guzman. Hey, Sarah, I would like to know if there's anything in store for me. I'm confused and mixed emotions with the recent turn of events. So let me take a look. Is there anything in store for you, Sugar Pie, honey? There is a lot in store for you. I just got to let you know that this has got to be the most creative year for you. Don't let this pass you by, and do not get sidetracked by someone who's on his emotional, spiritual journey, and he's a bag of emotions and confusion. So to wait on Ricky to figure it out will rob you of your creativity. Focus on what's important to you and your creativity, and Ricky's going to come along. He's going to kind of get his act together. But I see him removed, a little disconnected. I just want you to trust that Ricky is just going through an emotional shift, because this is his time for him to define himself. And the thing about Ricky is he doesn't always like to take a look at his emotions and his feelings, and he gets a little wishy-washy and caught up, and then in his wishy-washiness he picks the wrong thing. I know there's no right and wrong, but he picks this really stubborn part to hold on to, and that's the part that he like latches on like a pit bull and won't let his jaw off of that. And meantime, there's all these other things that need to be looked into. So he's got to figure that out on his own. Give this 2 months, things should kind of straighten out. And I want you to explore the creativity that is you, because there's a really good creative opportunity presenting itself for you. And I want you to really give a thought and consideration to what June can bring to you when some of this slows down. This, well, whatever it is we're in, a little chaos we're in, I guess. Thank you for that question. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here? Hi, Susan Kleinfield. Good to see that you're here. Dolores Lloyd, good to see that you're here. Good to see everybody here. Nancy Kersey. Linda Daly, your question is, will things get better soon? Do you mean things with the pandemic? That's a whole nother story, guys. You got to tune into Sunday Funday at 5:05, because we got a lot to talk about in the pandemic world. Caitlin has a message here too. We're going to see how many we can get here. All right, Heather Deflix. Am I going in the right direction with my spiritual growth, or is there anything Spirit wants me to know? Thank you. You know, your spiritual growth has been steady and sure. And this year is for you to detach. That's the word they give me. Detach from the people and the things that don't belong in the flow of what you want to create moving forward. It is time for you to let go of old paradigms, old beliefs, and open yourself up to a new, the word they give me is methodology, new approach, new methodology. So I want you to look at a different way to view the interpretation of your relationship with Spirit and open up to new connections and possibilities. I feel as if when I take you into the month of your birthday, that would be November, that's when I feel, Heather, you kind of have your aha moment and things start to click for you. In the meantime, coast. I want to refer you to the I Am discourses, the I Am presence, the power of the Ascended Masters. I feel like that's going to resonate with you. I want you really to open up to the divine healing energy that is within you, and do your best to stay out of your head. I know you like to keep things kind of regimented and organized, but sometimes spirituality just flows and there's no figuring all of it out. You just got to, well, as the Beatles say, let it be. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, Heather, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here on our Facebook page? I know Defrick is just sitting there thinking, I just can't wait to cut Sarah Spiritual's hair, right? What's going on with Caitlin? Do we have a question from Caitlin? What do we got going on here? Where is Caitlin's question? Okay, Sarah, Step, I want to talk to you for a minute. Yes, so Step, it is time for you to make huge changes. That which was in your life in the past serves you no more in the future. That's your answer. That which is in your life from the past serves you no more in the future. So you need to make big changes. Again, that which was in your life in the past serves you no more in the future. Bam, that's your answer. Whatever you're navigating, whatever changes you got to make, if it was of the past, it's not of your future. Let it go. Let it be. You've got to just move forward. Big changes coming. I feel like it's time for you to totally reinvent yourself. Kind of, sort of, little girl, around the lines of what we were talking about maybe about 5 years ago. It's time for you to step into your true, authentic self. You might want to show up on Sarah Spiritual's doorstep and let's get cracking, because I don't see you going back to the way of work that you used to work very much. I feel like that's just a temporary thing. And then I feel like there's positive changes coming to you in another direction. So that which is of the past serves you no more in the future. Give that some thought. Who else do we have here? Okay, who else do we have? Caitlin. Give me Caitlin. Give me Caitlin. Okay, Caitlin. Sarah, do I have any message from your dad? Let's take a look at that. Thank you so much. I think Spirit's amazing, honey, so thank you so much for saying that. Okay, so Caitlin, first I want to talk about you. So I have here, so for you, first thing I hear, to dream the impossible dream. There's some dreams that you've had on the back burner, honey, that you're not really stepping forward for. It's time for you to embrace those. There's a creative side that's coming into effect for you. There's an opportunity coming into the horizon that's going to be good for you. I want you to really embrace everything that you want to have in your life. And I want you to write down, I am the woman who is creating the joy and the fulfillment, and it is realized through the physical world in this fashion. And I want you to write what you want to accomplish. I want you to know that you're going to go through a major transformation in the month of October. And it's kind of like your Alleluia, come to Jesus moment. That's how they show it to me. It kind of, the universe is going to get your attention. It's not through a fear tactic. It's like, wow, I really feel connected. You have been working with your angels and you've been working really hard to connect. Your dad makes me aware of the fact that he's been trying to play with you. I don't know what your messages have been, but he's showing me light flickering. Don't know if the television turned off. He seems to be like electric boogie woogie. You know, he's got that energy with him. So your dad also holds this energy of great love for you, almost as if you were daddy's little girl. That's, you know, I know it's a cliche, but they show me that. And I feel as if dad had this really strong personality, but was really loving and supportive of you. But on the outside, he was really, really strong. He makes me feel as if when he passed and he had to go, he tried to hold on for 3 days, 3 weeks longer than they thought he would. That's how they make me feel. Or something 3 days, 3 weeks prior to his passing was significant before his passing. He wants you to know that he will show up for you whenever he can. But he's also making me aware of a woman who seems connected to him that makes me feel as if that's like a mother figure, his mother, his mother, so be your grandmother. And he makes me feel as if he's aligned with a woman who's like a grandmother to you. And he stands very closely to her. And he's talking to me about a birthday anniversary that's coming up or just passed. It's right in this like 2-month window of energy. So I don't know if there was a birthday or anniversary, Caitlin, that's connected to him, either his passing or his birthday. But there's something of significance of the family around this time. I don't know why he's showing me a bear, a teddy bear, a bear, some stuffed animal, but it looks like a bear to me. So I'm not in the guessing game, but he shows me a bear. So I don't know if you have a bear or something that was of significance between the two of you, or there's a bear that you still have from when you were a child, but he's showing me a bear. I would really love to have your feedback on this. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for your question. Put it back in the feed here. Caitlin says, yes, his death anniversary is coming up. So thank you, Caitlin, for that confirmation. And is there a bear, a teddy bear or something that's like a bear stuffed animal that you have from when you were little here? It's very important for him. He's showing me this bear, and I don't usually see stuffed animals. So whenever I see things I don't usually see, I'm like, what's going on? And let me know his mom passed, because he's standing with a woman that makes me feel as if it's his mom here. So thank you so much for that. He uses this as a sign. He bought me this when I was little, I guess. Okay, so thank you. He uses the bear as a sign, so thank you so much for that, Caitlin. What else do you have for me, Caitlin? Yes, he uses it for a sign. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for that feedback. She says yes, so the bear makes perfect sense to you. Thank you, Caitlin. I want you to know that he's with you. He sends you much love, and whatever 3 days, 3 weeks, whatever couldn't quite happen, and he stayed a little bit longer, he wants you to know. And so yes, Caitlin says, yes, that's my grandmother, that's his mother. He stands with. She seems like she was a really cool chick, is how they make me feel. Grandma was strong, but she was cool. So you really were lucky to have such great people in your life. I want to thank you, Caitlin, for this feedback from you, and thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor. I know you really wanted your question answered, so thank you, Caitlin, for that. Thank you. I see Jessica Wilkins Alvarez. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Joy Christina Wright. Thank you so much for joining us. I love that here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes says, what transformation will I go through? My love life and my growth. So bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes, starlight, star bright, bright eyes, bright eyes. First bright eyes I see tonight. I want you to know that this is a year of a lot of change for you. Transformation may hit you a little heavy, okay? You're probably going to get like a little reboot that might feel a little uncomfortable. Not like a pandemic isn't a reboot, because it's a reboot, but we're really going to get a reboot. And this reboot is going to kind of kick you through to a next level, because you've been afraid to let go of some things, the bright eyes, and it's time for you to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. Because when I step you into 2021, oh Lord, can't come fast enough at this rate. I want to forget part of 2020. I want you to know, bright eyes, that there's a whole new beginning, a fresh start. If you're considering move or making a change, it's a really good time to do that. Bright eyes. It's a good time for you to make any changes that make a transformation for you and make you feel better about your life, okay? Close the doors and say hello to some new attitude. Well, we want to thank you, everybody. I know I've kept Helena was working all day. Milton Green, good to see you. Trust everyone is staying well. But we're going to get ready to close, because I want to thank you all. We will be joining you on Sunday Fun Day. Will you please put a reminder? Helena, let's just send a message to everyone. Hey, join us at 5:05 on Sunday Fun Day. Hopefully Helena will be here. Don't know what I'm cooking for dinner, but rumor has it if I'm cooking, she's coming. So we're going to see what we're going to do. I did chili for her the other week, so we're going to see what I come up with. But we want to thank you for joining us on our wonderful Friday night. I almost said Sunday Fun Day. We decided to throw it in. We wanted to see if technology could be what we wanted it to be. We're always looking to up our game, make a change, and you know, just if I get that thought like, hey, Helena, let's go. And she's like, hey, I got my PJs on, but let's go. We wanted to do that. But I've got a day at the center. If you want to be at the center tomorrow to pick up some things, call us. We're going to put the number in the feed, 561-682-0955. 561-682-0955. Liz Moore's like, nice, cooking dinner. Liz Moore's coming over too, all right? We're going to have everybody come on over one day when we're out of pandemic mode, but we'll be serving it at the center for that big dinner. We'll have a big celebration. We want to have you pick up some things at the center. I know Defrick, you wanted to grab some things. We weren't there Thursday, but after you do your live feed, Defrick, Divinely Defrick, catch his feed on Saturday. I think he's going on noon. One of our students, one of my dear friends, he's going to be on. And then Defrick, head on over to the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Pick up the supplies that you want. And you can all call us at 561-682-0955 or leave a message at orders, O-R-D-E-R-S, at SarahSpiritual.com, S-A-R-A-H, spiritual.com. And tell me what you want to order and just give us a contact number. We'll call you, get your payment. You can drive on up, or as Defrick and Juan Love would say, pull on up and kind of get your order. We'll just run it out to you. Andrew's going to be there with me tomorrow. Margot's going to be there with me. I'll be doing a few readings, but I've got a lot of stuff to make for people and get some product caught up. Matter of fact, I've got to make my list so I don't forget anything. So thank you everyone for joining us on Friday night. Thank you, Helena, for hanging in. Liz Moore's like, do you have hand sanitizer? No, honey, but I got a couple of good tricks to help you with hand sanitizer. And we've got our spiritual thing. One Love is like, pull up and pick up. Yeah, well, Andrew makes you kind of walk up to the door and he hands it to you. So he's not quite bringing it out to the car, but it's close enough in our world. So thank you. The center will unofficially be open for you to pick up products, or you can always have us ship you products for your spiritual needs. So we're going to do our best to try to hold the fort down for the next couple of weeks. Those of us here in Florida, I think it's non-essential business, we're looking at about another month of just hanging out. So I'm going to just ebb and flow. If you want to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, go to sarahspiritual.com/sessions and click general session, and we will contact you and offer you a time. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with me. Good time to have hanging out with all of you. I hope you just kind of pull up, have yourself a glass of wine, watch something fun, relax. And if you're off from work tomorrow on Saturday, relax and trust and know that your angels and guides have you covered. There's nothing to worry about. It's all going to pass in due time. And in the meantime, have no fear. Trust that your divine God will have you always covered, and the essence within you is supreme. And trust the experience, because your angels have got your back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Helena. God bless all of you who showed up here. Much love to you. Caitlin, thank you so much. And we've got Tata Marie. Liz Moore is like, don't blame Andrew. No, we can't blame Andrew. He's like my only employee. I can't blame Andrew. What are you kidding? I'll have a mutiny on my hands. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. We got to have some fun here. Have a good night. Sleep well. Rest with the angels. And we will catch you Sunday at 5:05. Me and Helena's got a really good show for you. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
We